and get equal protection of law. Whether it is a prime minister or president or a citizen, everything come under law, right? And equal protection of law. So Article 14 shows that equality before law, and Article 15 shows that no discrimination on religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth. So you should not divide the citizen based on their religion, caste, whether it is male or female, gender basis, and the place of birth, and the racism, right? That is Article 15. Then Article 16, equal opportunity in public employment, right? Whether it is a scheduled caste or the different religion candidate or a male or female, everyone having the equal opportunity in public employment, that is government related works, right? That is Article 16. When come to Article 17, abolition of untouchability, right? Abolition of untouchability. So there is no racism like that. So abolition of untouchability will be removed, right? Then abolition of titles. Abolition of titles coming under Article 18, and abolition of untouchability coming under Article 17. So this is nothing but right to equality for every citizen. Everyone is common before law. There is no discrimination on caste, place of birth, and religion. And third one, equal opportunity in public employment, and abolition of untouchability, abolition of titles is coming under right to equality. Now come to right to freedom, right? Right to freedom, 19, 20, 21, 22. 19, 20, 21, 22. There are 4 articles are there coming under right to freedom. Right to freedom means guarantees the personal liberty and freedom to citizen, right? Everyone can go anywhere, right? So guarantees the personal liberty and freedom to citizens. That is freedom of speech and freedom of expression, freedom of assembly, freedom of association, then freedom of movement, then freedom of residence, and freedom of profession, protection in respect of conviction and arrest. That's come under Article 20 to 22 in respect of conviction and arrest. Because it is the restrictions is coming under certain category. Suppose they have put 144, so the people are going in group, right? More than 5 or 6 members, right? That is restriction will be changed based on the situation. That is a reasonable restriction that is coming under Article 20 to 22. Then another thing, we have a freedom of movement, freedom of residence, freedom of profession, and freedom of speech and freedom of expression. These things are given. That is nothing but right to freedom for every citizen. That is coming under Article 19 to Article 19. Article 20 to 22, that is in respect of conviction and arrest. Right? This is the right to freedom. Next one is coming under right against exploitation. That is coming under 2 articles, Article 23 and Article 24. Protects people from forced and unfair labor. Right? You know that you can see in news, there are some people are working for more than 18 hours, right? Or 22 hours. There is no such. There is no forced and unfair labor should be permitted. Right? Includes the Article 23 says prohibition of human trafficking and beggar, that is forced labor. You know that in the traffics, the children are begging, that should be coming under Article 23, human trafficking. They're kidnapping the child, right, and taking beggar, make them as a beggar. Next one, Article 24, you know there is rule already, prohibition of child labor. So Article 24 is child labor below 14 years in hazardous job. So below 14 years, no one should work. That is coming under Article 24. Next one is right to freedom of religion. That is Article 25 to Article 28. Freedom of religion. That means anyone can be any religion. That is the freedom of practice, profession, and propagate any religion is coming under right to freedom of religion. It includes no forced religious instruction in government institution, religious affairs managed by religious groups, freedom of conscience. So this thing will coming under the religion based. They have the rights. It is coming under Article 25 to 28. Next one, cultural and educational rights. Cultural and educational rights. So cultural and educational rights, it protects the culture, language, and educational rights and minorities. Educational rights of minorities. So everyone can learn, right? Study that is particular age. So it protects the culture because every state having a different culture, every state having a different language. So it has to protect, that is cultural and educational rights is coming under Article 29 and 30. That means Article 29 says right to conserve language, script, culture. That is Article 29. Article 30 says right to establish and administer educational institution. Right to establish and administer education institution. So it is having the educational rights. Okay. The next one is right to constitutional remedies. That is coming under Article 32. That is, everyone has the right to approach Supreme Court to enforce fundamental rights. Everyone has the right to approach Supreme Court to enforce fundamental rights. If no one, if you are arrested or something else for this right to equality is not followed, right to freedom is not followed, right against exploitation, religion, cultural is not followed, every citizen has the right to move to Supreme Court, right? That is right to approach to Supreme Court to enforce fundamental rights, to enforce fundamental rights. So here we can call this a heart and soul of the Constitution. Heart and soul of the Constitution is nothing but Dr. Ambedkar, right? The heart and soul of the Constitution is nothing but Dr. Ambedkar. So these fundamental rights can be remembered EFERCR: equality, freedom, exploitation, religion, and cultural and remedies, right? So we have 6 fundamental laws. 6 fundamental laws. Okay. Okay. Now we see a question. Which article is considered as the heart and soul of the Constitution? Heart and soul of the Constitution, providing right to constitutional remedies. That means if they are following, that is heart and soul means if someone is not following fundamental rights, they are what to say, right to freedom is not to given, right, and right against exploitation is not to given. Then that is the heart of the soul. If the 5 rights is not followed, we have to go to the 6th right, to the Supreme Court. That is the heart and soul. Where we are going to the